Let's see one more illustration. In this illustration, an electron is given. This electron is said to be moving at a speed of 1.41 into 10 to the power of 6 meter per second. Now the question is, what should be the direction and magnitude of the magnetic field so that it moves in a semicircular fashion, and the diameter of the semicircle is given as 10 centimeter. Let us say from A to B it travels, and what is the time taken? That is the question. Now first of all, if electron is moving in this direction, we will say the current is moving in this direction, right? Our convention says that current direction is opposite to that. So if we have to find the direction of the magnetic field, now here there is a constant magnetic field inside which the electron is moving. Electron means negative charge. Okay, so we can apply the right hand thumb rule over here. In right hand thumb rule, if you see, we apply like this. So if this is the direction of the current, this is the direction of the magnetic field, then this gives the direction of the force. Okay, so here this index finger, it is showing the direction of current. So this middle finger is pointing perpendicular to the plane of the paper towards U. Alright, so what will be the direction of the magnetic field? It will be like this everywhere. Now if it is making a semicircular path, that means it is moving in a, what is the radius? How can I get the radius? The equation is momentum by BQ. So from here I can get the value of B. B will be equal to mv by rq. So mass of electron is 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31. Velocity is 1.4 into 10 to the power of 6. Radius is, diameter is 10 centimeter, radius is 5 centimeter, or 5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 into charge 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. So this goes off, and here minus 31 plus 19, how much? Minus 12. Okay, minus 12. So this goes off, it becomes minus 10. So minus 10 plus 6, 10 to the power of minus 4. 9.1 into 1.4 divided by 5 into 1.6. So this is 9.1 into 1.4 divided by 8. Okay, so 9 into 1.4 divided by 8 into 10 to the power of minus 4 Tesla. This is what you see. If you simplify this, whatever you get, that is the answer of the magnetic field. So sometimes this calculation, the answer was given in millitesla. So the way you can simplify it, you can take 9.1 into 1.4 means it is approximately 9 into 1.5. So 9 and another 50%, 4.5, 13.5. So 13.5 by 8 into 10 to the power of minus 4. So 8 ones are 45, means approximately it is 1.5 you are getting. How much? 8 ones are 8, 55. So I am getting 1.7 approximately into 10 to the power of minus 4, or 17 into 10 to the power of minus 3 Tesla, or 17 milli Tesla approximately. With the help of options, you can sometimes cross check, no need to exactly calculate 9.1 into 1.4 and all that. So if the options are quite far, if they are very very close, then you have to do exact calculation. Now if I want to get the time period, so time period is given by 2 pi m by q into p. Okay, so but this is for the full cycle. For the half cycle, it will be, in our case, t will be equal to pi m by qb. Let's put the values here. 3.14 into 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 divided by 9.1 into 10 to the power, charge is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19, and B we have already worked out, it is 1.7 into 10 to the power of minus 4. So minus 19 minus 4 minus 23, it becomes 10 power minus 8. 3.14 into 9.1 divided by 1.6 into 1.7. So I can take this as 3.1 into 9.1 by 1.6 into 1.7 approximately. So this is multiply top and bottom with 100, you get 31 into 91 by 16 into 17. You can take like that. So 30 into 90, it is 2700, and 1770 is 289. Okay, so close to 300. So 2700 by 300, you're getting how much? 9 into 10 to the power of minus 8 I am getting. Okay, or 0.9 into 10 to the power of minus 7 seconds. This way also you can approximate your answers. However, to find the exact answers, you have to multiply and get it. Now here, if you calculate this distance, let us say this is C, if you calculate this distance ACB, it is semi-perimeter, pi into r, r is given pi r, and distance is known, the speed is known. If you do time is equal to distance by speed, if you do that, even then you will get the same answer. You can cross verify and see whether you are getting the same answer or not. Whether you use the formula or whether you use the method, you get the same answer.